firstly, it's always a plan to use the first 2 games just to get going. There's a lot of guys that hasn't played, and a lot of guys played a lot of rugby. So gave a few guys opportunity in the first 2 games, find some form of continuity. And now I want to go with the more experienced guys. 1 or 2 guys like Bismarck's played a lot of rugby. Adrian was brilliant coming from the bench. So I stated 100% clear. He's not been dropped. It was a plan way before, discussed it with them, and he's going to start again within the next 3 games. So a little bit of rotation, especially in the forwards. Like I said, a lot of guys played a lot of rugby. Also, if you look at the bench, I'm very happy for Warren. Although Marshall I still believe his best position is open side. I truly believe he's done really well when he came on. And with Victor back, it gives us another lineup option there, so you can afford to play Marshall. But very, very happy for Warren Whiteley. He's a guy at inject space. He's a 7th player, and he was awesome in training. So I can't wait to see him going. So a few changes in the forwards. In the backs is mostly Jan Serfontein and Mornay back. I thought Jan was outstanding in the incoming series when Jan was injured. Obviously, when your captain comes back, you want to play him in his best position. I wanted to have a look at Damien de Lende because he was injured in the incoming, so I believe he's done well. So, I think this is the best team for this game. Damien is there to come from the bench, and he will learn from the experience. Maybe I just want to say that same with Andre Pollard. I thought he did really, really well for a youngster. I really want to keep continuity with him and put him on the bench. The reason I didn't do it was, there's a chance of being a wet game, and I just felt we don't have really cover at 15. And Patrick hasn't played for quite some time, and if I don't play him now and give him some game time, they're not going to be involved in the Carry Cup, so it's going to be too long for him not to play. And I just believe with the bench, especially at the backs, we've got better options now with a true 10 and 15. And Damien can cover 12, 13 and wing, and Hogie can cover wing as well. But Andre Pollard's a great player, and he will definitely get game time going forward in this year as well.
Heyneke, Jan is that a fit for this game? What do you think of his potential for
No, I think Jan's best position is 12. They'll probably interchange, like in the olden days, left and right centre. But I still believe Jan's best position is 12. But nowadays, there's not that big a difference between the centres. I believe that's the 2 best centres at the moment and on form. So they will interchange as well, keep the opposition hopefully guessing, and we'll use both strengths. I just feel that Australia's got an unbelievable, exceptional backline, great players, they're in great form, and they've done well in Super Rugby, and I just believe that on 13 you need probably the most difficult position to defend. And I just feel that Jean is very experienced there, he's a great defender, and it will help them on defence as well.
2 of the guys in the starting lineup have not been able to train with the side this week as yet. Is that a concern for you?
Yes, definitely a concern. If you just look at the bench, and with all respect to these players, I think they're great guys coming through the system, but there's not a lot of gaps between a lot of the guys. So it just shows you have a lot of injuries, and even out training-wise. But Frans has been with us for quite some time. He will be fine, and I would have loved Jan to train more, especially on defence. But there's still today, and hopefully he can train today. But it's a concern.
Frans Malherbe's injury, did that almost force you in a way? Because I can imagine you maybe would have wanted to give Heyneke Meyer a rest as well. Did Frans's injury in a way force you to play Heyneke again?
Yeah, first of all, Yanni is a warrior. I don't think he always gets the credit. The previous year he played every single game for the Sharks and the Boks, and last year only missed the end of year tour. So he'll be back, and I would have probably started him as well, though he needs a rest just to get going with Beast. But I truly believe Frans is an unbelievable player, and definitely a guy for the future. And he did well when he came on scrimmaging, and it's a big setback, and especially for him, he would have played 30 tests by now. And he's had 3 tough injuries, so I really feel for him, and with Cooney injured as well. But Marcel coming in, he's a great prospect and a great ball carrier, and he'll be great from the bench. So, looking forward to seeing him go. But Janne will be fine. He's a warrior, and I expect a great game from him.
In anticipation of wet weather, Heyneke, what do you think that will do to the game?
Yeah, hopefully it won't be wet. Can't believe it being South African coach and saying that, but the way we've hopefully grown our game, we also want dry fields and move the ball, and I think Australia as well. I truly believe they got a quality side. Even in that game in the way they played some great rugby where they drew, and even the game where they lost, I know they lost in the scoreboard quite considerably, but they showed some brilliant touches and they played some great rugby. Most of those tries they conceded was from turnovers where they were on the attack. So it happens in rugby. So, hopefully it's a dry field, but if it's wet, I see they've got an extra forward on the bench, so it'll probably be, as usual, a forward battle. But, if it's going to be a dry field, I think it's going to be great rugby. We want to move the ball around. They're moving the ball. And there's a lot of respect between the two teams. I've been coaching with or against Ewan for quite some time, and his assistants at Leicester. So there's a lot of respect, and they're really great coaching staff. So we know it's going to be a tough game, and doesn't matter what's the conditions, it will be a hard-fought battle, especially away from home. It's always tough here.
How different do you think they are to the team you beat twice last season?
I think they're a total different team. I think there's, in a sense, where they were last year, that's where we were. They had a lot of injuries last year, couldn't get going, new coaching staff, and every test nowadays is a battle, so it can go either way. So I thought they were really under pressure with the injuries. If you look at their run lately, just before the New Zealand game, they had a brilliant run, I think 8 or 9 games on the trot. And they're finding combinations now, and they've always had brilliant backs, but now their forwards is coming to the party as well. And if you look at their team, I know at Hooker there's a lot of injuries, but all around there's not a lot of injuries, so they've got continuity. I know they had one bad game, but that doesn't make them a bad team. They will definitely be up for it, and we know it's a tough game. We, on the other hand, struggle to find continuity, a lot of injuries. But that's not an excuse. We've been training well this week. I'm really excited to see the guys go, and I think it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be open running rugby.